Hello, this is Voran, and I'm recording in an old concrete vault behind the church because, as you can probably hear, it's a little stormy, and I don't need to get either my uke or my Chromebook wrecked. There's also the fact that I never really grew out of being a death metal head. And the sky is already shifting from ice blue to cobalt deep to pitch black. And my skin is already changing from frail silk to velvet gold to rough hide. One day I will be oak tree and bleached bone. One day the mayfly will dart above white water. And her hair is already paling from ebony to silver grey to pure white, and his voice is already plunging from pale gold to baritone to black tar. One day they will be oak tree and bleached gold. One day the mayfly will dart above white water. Your hands are already tiring from many years upon the fields, from iron and snow. And your eyes have already lost light from many years at cruel machines, from cold white tiles. One day you will be oak tree and bleached bone. So dance with me beneath the wild lights, where infrasound rattles through the bone, where steel strings wail. So meet me underneath the black sky, where monsoons surge and rage and roil, where Zeus cast fire. One day we will be oak tree and bleached bone. Above white water. One day we will be oak tree and bleached bone. One day the mayfly will dart above white water. Oops, the rain is making its way even into here. Let's... No, it's... That ledge is a bit unsafe. There we go. Let's do Go to the High Tower No More. This is my first ever ukulele song. And it was actually inspired by this very fucked up quote from a radical feminist. And she was railing inanely about how all sexuality is bad. And she said, even if the woman is on top, she is still being penetrated. And she seemed to see it as something very vicious and violent. And I just thought, Wait a second. How does light reach the back of your eye so that you can see? Yeah, penetration. The light rays have to go right the way back to the retina. How does sound reach the ear? Yeah, it has to penetrate through the outer ear to the auditory nerve. And I just thought life kind of runs on that motif, doesn't it? And it seems such a sick thing to frame it as violence and domination. Little girl, you don't understand. Light is dark and right is wrong. Life force is a poison that belongs not on your delicate tongue. Go to the high tower no more. Touch not his hot metal mouth with yours. Go to the high tower no more. She fills my head with her poison. Air's mustard gas, rain will drown you. Run from his touch, it is the piercing of a scorpion's sting. Go to the high tower no more. Touch not his hot metal mouth with yours. Go to the high tower no more. Scrambled snatches of half-forgotten words and sensations. They come rushing back to me, hunger, huntress, heat. Twisted philosophy she explains to me. The act of binding is called penetration, such a vicious word. Though she's wrong, it is something like this. Light rays into water, go to the high tower, touch his hot metal mouth with yours. Go to the high tower. This next one is called Adrenalectomy. It's a bit of a dark name for a song, isn't it? That was kind of the point. Essentially a metaphor for censorship. The word literally means removal of adrenaline glands. In my case, it was kind of comment on the fact that when you basically tell people, no, you're not allowed critical thinking, you have to support the cause of the moment, or you're killing people, words are violence. You're taking a very important defense mechanism away from people. And I think that's why I drew that metaphor in my head. I wrote this after I saw this case on the news that just stuck in my head and haunted me. A father in Germany went to jail for the crime of calling his transgender daughter by the wrong pronoun. Let that sink in. He went to jail over a word, for hurting people's feelings. And I just couldn't help taking that personally, because as a kid I wasn't really a glitter and sparkles girl, and I can see that if I were 12 or 13 today there would be a push to turn me into a boy, so I just kind of blew my emotions out with this song. Here we go. He rails against the gods like King Rene. They've taken his child to a place of illusions and lies. He'll learn to languishes behind white walls. Oh, they've cut out her eyes and they call it light. You can't say no, you'll rend this gossamer skin. Words are knives. You can't say no, you'll unleash napalm and sin. Words and lives. You strap him down beneath white towels and floral lights. They've taken his teeth, but he still has his rage. They tell her she's not a woman. She once touched a hunting knife. Oh, you have blood on your hands if you tell her otherwise. They carve her back with a red false eagle. They open her and they render her docile. You can't sit, no, you'll rend this gossamer skin. Words are knives. You can't sit, no, you'll unleash napalm and sin. Words and lives. Strap him down beneath white tiles and floral lights. They've taken his teeth, but he still has his rage. You can sit, oh, you'll rend this gossamer skin. Words are knives. You can say, no, you'll unleash napalm and sin. Words and lives. They strap him down beneath white tiles and floral lights. They've taken his teeth, but he still has his rage. Sailor. We once walked through a dark forest of evergreens. We once stood and listened to blue sea holly's poetry, and all is no more. Oh, Father Hades, my bleached bones are all yours. The cold wind will carry this away. The autumn rain will carry this away. He put his tongue to a place where engine feeds on gasoline. He said, oh, I'd like this point where travel runs to base with time, and all is no more. Oh, Father Hades, my bleached bones are all yours. The cold wind will carry this away. The autumn rain will carry this away. Heady whirls of exaltation penetrate me. He replied, oh, my darling, I am red wine, consume me. Oh, foolish one, go to the pine forest no more. You were too weak to handle the green moss, the wet clay, the iron ore. The cold wind It's a song about a relationship I had when I was very young. I was 20 and I should have known better. And this guy moved across the Atlantic Ocean from me, and when it came to it in real life, I was like, oh, really? I'm 20, I don't want to get this serious yet. And I tried to swallow those feelings, and then one day he did something to piss me off. I went nuclear and I threw him out of my life. And then he was stranded in a foreign country all the way over the ocean. I still carry the guilt sometimes. And then again, people are entitled to be naive at 20. If you can't be a naive idiot at 21, can you? Sister Time marched twirly down from her dark convent. Black and red whirls of her gold eyes reflected the dying sun. 6-winged reptiles wheeled and shrieked in the malachite sky. She raised a pale hand and they glided back into formation. She said, "This is the order of the mayfly, and you have been alive a full 24 hours. Mother Time uttered a fell incantation. She snapped skeletal fingers and ultraviolet bursts flared. She held a crucifix high before my face. She wondered how I still stood when my heart was still beating. She said, "This is the order of the mayfly, and you have been alive a full 24 hours. I left the grounds, my sword hilt grip tight in my hand. Their eyes glanced through my fur mantle deep into my back. I realized so late that their words had no power. They shouted fell words and lights flashed, but they could not harm me. I said, I don't care for the order of the mayfly, and I will be alive another 100 years. So that's my song about feeling old sometimes, but pushing through those feelings and thinking, well, look, you're 31, not 81. What are you doing? Let's do Can't Say No. I realized that this song is a little tasteless with all the warlike imagery, and that it's maybe not the best choice, but I decided I'm going to keep playing it because the point of the song is not to glorify violence. It's a song about somebody who struggles with anger and wishes they could take back that hurtful thing they did or said. So it's a cautionary tale. But I thought I would explain that rather than come across as insensitive. Seems quartered centuries, bullets kiss viscera and bone. My foolish heart did this. Heard ionized bursts, nuclear shadows bear witness. My reckless hands did this. I can't say no, I can't say no, I can't say no to the burst when sodium metal meets water. can't say no, I can't say no, I can't say no to the fire when acid and diesel birth napalm. Night, fractured red sky, bombardier dropping her missiles, my selfish heart did that. Death above my head, raven with black wings stretched, hungering, my cruel war crimes did this. I can't say no, I can't say no, I can't say no to the burst when sodium metal meets water. I can't say no, I can't say no, I can't say no to the fire when acid and diesel birth napalm. I love getting to the end of a set because I can belt in more heavy metal style. I love singing that way, but I'm no good at it. That more low, rough part of my voice just doesn't want to go up. Alright, I'm gonna get home for hot chocolate. See everyone later.